It is 18th of September 2022. Good evening, dear viewer. You're most welcome for the Sunday edition of the Nile cast, where we give you the stories that we're able to run in the due course of the week right here. My name is Dennis Oringi and you're most welcome. The district councillors of Zombo district on Saturday in an emergency council meeting convened by the office of the speaker, Zombo district, after getting the go-ahead from the LC5 chairperson, the councillors unanimously agreed to give away 10 acres of land belonging to the district for the construction of a tea factory. The councillors believe that if the factory is set up, it will provide job opportunities to the young, and the people's household income will increase. In turn, poverty will be fought.
His Excellency, the President of Uganda, directed me to come back to the stakeholders and go back with an answer of confirmation of lands for tea factory. The investors are already in the country and they would like to support the community, and they would like to start as soon as possible. And so I am here meeting stakeholders. I have already met district political and technical people. I have already met business men, religious leaders, cultural institutions. They are all positive to see that there is a tea factory in the district, so that what they have grown can be processed here within and not taken very far. If a factory is here, if the processing is done here, it will create employment, but it will also expand the tea factory. Many more people will come on board to produce tea, and it will ultimately increase Uganda's economy. And so I am here with that message. I am happy to attend this meeting once again, and I am happy to go back with a positive feedback to His Excellency the President.
Which to guide in advance, so that when time comes, we restrict ourselves strictly to the subject matter as per rule 13. I want to conclude that this meeting is very important. We are very optimistic that what is going to be resolved will bring on board a lot of development in the district in regards to economic development, local revenue generation, employment opportunities, increase in local revenue and others, increase in household income and others. Therefore, I wish you best deliberation.
Honorable members, I beg to move that council sitting today, Friday 9th, September 2022, discusses and allocates 10 acres of land for the establishment of tea factory in the district farm institute, Aka sub-county. Honorable Oleru Grace, Vice Chairperson MC5, I beg to move.
It is on this note that I will invite council members, as requested, as begged for, to have some discussion and way forward. Then we adjourn.
and it will create employment for our sons and daughters who are languishing at home. I am quite very positive about that, and I will wish all members to accept and be allocated there. Thank you.
Accept the offer, but from today's meeting in the morning, I would like to request the office of the Speaker. We are ready to offer the land, but documentation should be clear. Because from morning, it appears as if the land which was given to State House or Industrial Hub.
So when this district is concerned, we really need development. In order to get income, we need to send our children to school. We need to boost our economy. And how are we going to boost our economy? We can only do that when we have tangible things on ground, which one of them is the factory. This factory will come up with other multiplier effects, employment opportunity, and the rest. Therefore, to me, I do support this idea. I know the documentation is going to work. Even if we hand over the land today, still it will be back to council to bless it. I know the MOU is going to be signed. And we are totally time back, given the period between now up to Monday. And this situation where we are in, it is either you get it or you leave it. So, to my people of Zombo, I'm not ready to lose this opportunity which has come in front of us. Therefore, with that effect, I would like to move a motion that the 10 acres land located in BFI Zombo district be given for the construction of the factory, if I may be seconded. Thank you.
In Arua district, some persons with disabilities in the district have been blessed with mobility devices. The wheelchairs were given to the selected beneficiaries from the 4 sub-counties of the district, include the sub-county of Ajia, Vura, Logiri, and Arifu. The wheelchairs were handed over to the beneficiaries by the Humanity for Inclusion, an NGO operating in Bidi refugee settlement with the funding from UNHCR.
The United Nations High Commission for Refugees, in partnership with Humanity for Inclusion and Bidi Refugee Settlement, has donated to the Arua District Local Government 10 wheelchairs to assist 10 persons with disabilities beneficiaries of the 4 sub-counties of Arua District at the Arua District Local Government Headquarters. Angundia Stephen Mutesa, the male councillor representing persons with disabilities, thanked the LC5 chairman for his lobbying capacity and urges the beneficiaries to use the wheelchairs for multi-purpose purposes.
I'm so happy this morning to have given out these wheelchairs to the beneficiaries. These wheelchairs, they are supportive devices which was given by the Bidi refugee settlement to help persons with disability in Arua District Local Government. The expected number was 30, but yesterday 11 people went. So 9 were given these wheelchairs. So 2, they have special case. They told us that in the near future they will also call us to take them back. So my message now to these wheelchair users is now, since this is very important to us as persons with disability, they must use it well, not to go and abuse. They must use it for multi-purpose. Since now some of them they are school-going pupils, they must use these bicycles to go for school and then to go and attend church services. So and then I want to thank the LC5 chairman for his lobbying capacity, because initially people used not to consider as persons with disability. So I'm happy that this new current government has started to consider. So I'm trying to urge other leaders also to do the same. Let them also emulate what the current leader is trying to do.
Honorable Stephen Angwandiadre, many mu amaparia fadi IP fa badi IP muzo wheelchairs biki duzur sirse. Out for many saroto. Mega mamuni sawenzako amabi ye gangiri to badi pimadria ine area le sawandra amanya tisu campaign yarse anaime yo ekira yo de awa masia amaga kini leba mandagirko afadi tisu imini di arade ne ba awadi fo mungu ni fe mini sa yekersisi mo vutandi si yiya ni di menye ni radia do etia di arsisi emita se ni sisu yiya nya me dia me talking in vini siko awadi fo emini saroto. I would like to thank Almighty God for provisions, His provisions to us. These wheelchairs, we conceived the idea during campaigns. We saw the misery of the persons with disability in the field, and it remained, you know, on my priority list to make sure that these people get the wheelchairs. Today, I'm very, very happy that our dreams have come true. We have been thinking about them. Like some of them have never tested wheelchairs in their lives. And I'm happy when RDC, as we talk now, others, they don't feel like even going back. They want to remain around my office to see which more opportunities are unfolding. They have never, if you look at them, they have never. They are from the 4 sub-counties of the district. So we have a total of 9 wheelchairs here. There's one special case there. That one was given walking stick stretchers. There's one that has to go plastic surgery. So there are many more. I think our opportunities, our partnership with the humanity inclusion and also the refugee settlement (BDBD) still stands. We are booked for around 30. Out of 30, only 10 have been served, which means we have 20 more yet to be taken. So we know how we are going to work out that. I want to be on record that I thank Arua Technical Institute Iragem for promising for us a bus. They were supposed to go using bus, but the number was so few we could not now wait the bus to take them. The bigger number will now go using the bus.
The resident district commissioner George Onwanyi applauded the LC5 chairman for this initiative and urged the beneficiaries to take good care of the wheelchairs.
I want to thank our chairman for being a good hunter. But I want to say that we are still expecting more. On behalf of government and the president, we welcome such initiatives. Government cannot do everything for us, but works through partners and friends. So our chairman is a partner of government. And it's now my pleasure and honor to hand over one of these wheelchairs to one of the beneficiaries. The Bible says that God does not put you in a situation where He knows you cannot come up. So to our brothers here who walk in a certain fashion, God put you in this situation knowing that at one time the chairman. We certainly know that your demands are more. But I want to guarantee you that under the parish development model, 10% of government support for the rural poor is coming to you people. So it's my pleasure to hand over these wheelchairs, the PWDs of Arua district, in the name of God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, for God and the country. And we all say, Amen.
Reporting for West Nile Television, I'm Okumaringa Christine, Nile Cast.
Still in Arua district, this week we were able to give you a story where Arua district has again received the money which was sent back in the last financial year meant for the construction of Awindri BAT Pajulo Bridge after it was not used for its intended purpose. As in this report compiled by Emmanuel Agele, Both the leadership of the district and Arua City have confirmed the receipt of the money of the construction for the construction of the bridge. Unfortunately, the start of the construction of the bridge, according to the two entities, is being delayed by the Solicitor General, who is to approve the certificate to be handed over to the contractor.
For over 3 years, the state of Pajulu Road in Arua district has been appalling, more especially when it comes to rain season. That hinders those either accessing Pajulu or Arua city. Now, with considerable efforts being put by the office of the District Local Council 5 chairman of Arua district under the leadership of Alfred Okwonzi, understand why funds are being returned back to the consolidated funds. This is what Alfred Okwonzi explains after his findings.
The state of Pajulu BAT Road, I know it is appalling, and similarly with the Odia Nyadri Ajono Nile High Bridge, the road is not in good condition. The bridge, the two bridges are not really good for human beings to cross. That one has come to our attention. This is a project that should have been undertaken by USMID, Uganda Support to Municipal Infrastructure, with support from World Bank. But for the last 3 years, 3 consecutive years, these funds had been returned by Arua District local government. When I came into the office, I tried to follow up why the district was ever returning those monies. I realized that it was designs that was delaying it. The designs will come towards May, June of every financial year, meaning that the activities will not be undertaken, resulting to return of the money to the central bank. And therefore, I had to look for the partner that was to come up with the designs. So I went to ministry and got that this contract was awarded to UB Consults. Designing the bridges and the road was awarded to UB Consults. So now I followed the UB Consults up. That was last year in August. And they told me that the design will be ready by October last year. I followed them closely, and they told me that they will heed to my request, because I was putting them to task. How could this company take a whole year to design, resulting to money being returned? And I followed them up. They heed to their promise to me. By October, the design came up. Now, what was now remaining was approval of the design by Ministry of Environment. Now, I followed them closely. I said, what kind of report is this? Approval is this one, which takes almost 1 year, which is not acceptable. Are you taking the designs to London for approval? I had to put them, on hot coil. Now, by March this year, the designs came out. We started the process of contracts. This contract was central awarded. Even when the money is here with the district, it was central awarded. So this all ate into the time. But finally, I must say I'm happy to inform you that this bridge finally is going to be worked upon. The money which was available on our account was 1.4 billion for the 2 bridges and also the road. Now I had to take this up with the World Bank. What happened to the monies that they kept sweeping back to the central bank account? For the last consecutive years, what happened? Where is that money? Incidentally, some of the monies swept back the previous years were more than this 1.4 billion. So I had to put World Bank to task until such a time that the World Bank had to be on their bumper, on their case. So all the monies they swept back for those 3 consecutive years, they have been sent back to us, and it's the money that we're going to use. But UB Consults came up with a budget of 12 billion for the 2 bridges and the 2 roads stretches. So 12 billion. So it's upon World Bank to look for the 12 billion to make sure that the 2 bridges are fixed and also the roads connecting. The road networks have to also be worked upon. So that is the verge that we are at. Finally, this contract has been awarded to NIEMS Investment Company. NIEMS is not here, is in Kampala. NIEMS is going to take up that. So we are going to award this, we are going to sign the contract. It has been awarded, but we are going to sign the contract
probably within this week, when my chief administrative officer comes back, then the contract will be signed.
Wadri Samnyakwa, the mayor of Arua City, explains why projects under the city are being implemented by Arua District local government.
Some people don't understand why a bridge which is in the city is being constructed by the district. The district is implementing so many projects in the city. The reason is, these were already projects which were initiated by the districts, but they happen to fall in the area of the city, which is Aiv County, former Aiv County. For example, for the case of this bridge, an MOU was already signed between Postal Secretariat, the Minister of Lands, and also the district was already signed. So for you to change that thing, they tell us you should go up to, you should seek for permission from World Bank headquarters, which is unnecessarily a long process. So it doesn't work. So the ministry advised that the districts should be allowed to implement, and for us we will monitor what they are doing. So the implementation, the supervision, everything is undertaken by the district. All these are going to be implemented by the district because the district is the one that signed the MOU with the ministry. Therefore, people should not be annoyed that things in the city are being undertaken and done by the district. These are policy matters. So very soon the Solicitor General will approve that contract and works will start.
Arua City Clerk Batanda Paul says this is on a good note and they will collaboratively work with Arua District local government to see that this project is being implemented.
I mean Arua District under the World Bank project it's going to begin working on that bridge, and as we talk the contractor was got and the documents were sent to Minister of Justice to clear the contract for signing. By now the contract has been should have been signed and the contractor should be able to begin anytime soon. Though I need to note that you recall Arua City annexed some areas, especially Aivu, and this was part of the annexed area. So before the annexure, it had been planned to be overhauled. So that's the advantage we have. It's just a matter of now following up with the Chief Administrative Officer of Arua, because that's the entity by then that had advertised before it came to Arua City.
Arua District is to sign a contract by the end of this week with Nyoms Investments Company that is to undertake the construction of Pajulu Bridge and the Odie Nyadri Ajono Nile High Bridge and their stretches. The two roads and the bridges are expected to cost 12 billion Ugandan shillings. Emmanuel Agele, West Nile TV Nilecast.
To Pakwash District this week, we were able to bring for you the story where the police in Pakwash District is investigating a series of deaths that occurred by suspected food poisoning after eating bitter cassava prepared locally by some residents in Aloisa County in Pakwash District. 10 people have been confirmed dead and several others have been admitted to different health facilities after consuming bitter cassava. The West Nile Police spokesperson Josephine Angushia says the police is doing further investigations into the matter.
Pakwash Police is investigating series of deaths that have occurred as a result of suspected food poisoning. That is after eating cassava bread with sauce prepared locally in their homes. The latest incident occurred on 12. Actually, it occurred yesterday. That is on the 11th at around 2 p.m. where one person died and 6 others were admitted at Panigor Health Center 2, Health Center 3 over suspected food poisoning in Jupameri village, Atiak sub-county, Atiak Parish, Pakwach sub-county, Pakwach district. And the deceased happens to be one of Macross Alex, 14 years, a pupil at Kitawe Primary School and resident of Jupameri village. Meanwhile, 6 were admitted at Panigor Health Center 3. According to the information, these people ate cassava flour food which was prepared from home with the pork, which was brought from Balela Trading Center. The victims got, they developed conditions of headache, stomach pain with running stomach before being rushed for treatment. So as police procedures mandate, they rushed to the scene, took the body for postmortem, removed the samples from the body, and also some remains of the food items that they ate, which were packed and forwarded to government analytical laboratory and forensic services directorate, police headquarters for further analysis. Just before this incident, on 9th September 2022, that is the other day at around midday, 3 people again died of suspected food poisoning and 9 others were rushed for treatment at Panimur Health Center 3. The deceased happened to be Opio Jacob, 10 years, Akelo Susan, 6 years, Prothomio Chris, 6 years, and 9 were admitted. And according to the information we got, these people ate food which was prepared locally at home using cassava and beans which were made locally from their home. So immediately after eating this food for lunch, they started developing the conditions of headache, stomach pain, and then running stomach, and others. So the bodies were taken to Pakwats Health Center 3 for postmortem. The body samples were removed together with the food samples by police and forwarded to Kampala for further analysis. And this incident here occurred at Kitaya West Village, Boro Parish, Panimur Sub-County, Pakwats District. And earlier on, before 9th, on 8th September 2022, between 2 to 3 p.m., 4 people died and 10 admitted after eating suspected poisoned food. And this occurred in Pajao East Village, Aila Parish, Alui Sub-County, Pakwats District. And according to the information we got, this family had lunch between 2 and 3 with the cassava flour bread which was made from their garden, and goat's meat which was slaughtered from home after the goat developed some sickness. So after slaughtering the goat, they ate this food with the cassava, started developing headache, stomach problems, running stomach. So the 4 were rushed to Alui Health Center where they died. Meanwhile, the 10 were taken to Anal Hospital for treatment. So the 4 bodies were taken to the hospital where postmortem was done by police surgeon for West Nile region. Samples were also picked and forwarded to Kampala for further analysis. And earlier on 14th August 2022, at a baptism ceremony, people ate food, cassava with the food, and in the cassava with the varieties of dishes. And in the process, they also developed similar conditions of stomach upset. They developed similar conditions of stomach upset, headache, running stomach, and from there they were rushed for treatment at a Panyimuru Health Center 3, and these were 19 people in number. All the 19 developed the same conditions of stomach upset, headache, and of course weakening of the body. So they were asked for treatment. Samples were picked from the items that they ate, and all were forwarded by police to the Government Analytical Laboratory and Forensic Services Department, Police Headquarters, for analysis. So, because the situation of people dying or people being rushed to hospital for treatment after suspectedly having eaten poisoned food is becoming common in Pakwach district. So for now, police is really trying to do investigations, further inquiries into this, and all the samples of these incidences were picked after post-mortem and taken together with the remains of the food items that they ate to the Government Analytical Laboratory, Kampala, and Forensic Services Directorate in Police Headquarters for examination and analysis. However, the Director of Forensic Services promised to release the results on Tuesday, 13th September 2022. From there, we shall be able to establish whether these people died because of poisoned cassava or wrong type of cassava or something else. Yeah.
Clean Energy Fair, which is part of a campaign to increase the uptake of renewable energy technologies, will be holding its 2022 edition in Arua City from September 28th to October 1st. The one-week-long fair will run under the theme Clean Energy Solutions for a Better Life, where households and businesses in Western region will access energy products and information on their usage. The Arua District Resident District Commissioner urged the people to conserve the environment to avoid the adverse effects of environmental degradation.
The Clean Energy Fair, which is part of a campaign to increase the uptake of renewable energy technologies, will be holding its 2022 edition in Arua City from the September 28th to October 1st. The one-week-long fair will run under the theme Clean Energy Solutions for Better Life, where households and businesses in the West Nile region will access clean energy products and information on their usage. While addressing the press conference, Engineer Mira Birungi, the project manager for Promotion, Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Program, said the fair will be vital in creating awareness for people to have knowledge on clean energy technologies.
As Jay said, I will work with government entities in their development plans in different focal areas like water, climate change, civil society, rural development, energy, among others. So specifically on energy, we have the promotion of renewable energy and energy efficiency program. So coming back as here is we are tackling different challenges with government, and one of them is the awareness under which the energy fair is being organized. So under awareness, for people to have more knowledge on these clean energy technologies, we are having a radio campaign that has been going on for 2 years in the 22 district local governments, that is in West Nile here, then in Lango, in Acholi, and Teso regions. Then we've also been having the billboards that have been put also for the last 1 year to also promote the access to these technologies. And finally, we also have the Energy Expo. We had one initially in Gulu, and then when COVID came in, we had to resort to other modes of promoting awareness, like the radio campaign, and also the billboards, and also on TV. So going back to the awareness campaign that we plan to have from the 28th of September until 1st of October, we plan to have a series of activities, and we started with this presser to let the media know, to let the public know that we want them to use these technologies instead of the conventional biomass and not degrade the environment.
The Principal Communications Specialist of the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, Solomon Muyita, said the initiative will offer the population an alternatively clean energy in addition to promoting other clean energy products in the market.
The mandate of the ministry is to develop, sustainably manage, and strategically utilize energy and mineral resources in the country. The government of Uganda is doing everything possible to ensure that access is achieved through the national grid, but also alternative sources of energy. And it's the reason we are here in Arua today. We are here to announce a program to promote the alternative sources of energy. We are going to have the Clean Energy Fair here in Arua, starting on the 28th of September up to the 1st of October. We are going to get the full details of that program. But the reason we are in Arua or West Nile is because this region is quite important. There is a lot of priority from our side, from the government side. We appreciate the circumstances of the region, and we've taken interest in the region to ensure that our people have access not just to energy, but clean energy. We are having these awareness campaigns to promote the other clean energy alternatives that are in the market. That's why we are going to be here. We are going to camp in Arua and demonstrate the alternatives that are on the market. That's why we are moving with our private sector players and our development partners. The leadership in this area should work with different private sector players here, the development partners, to assist the people know where to find these products and also know how to utilize the products.
Arua District Resident District Commissioner George Owani urged the people to conserve the environment to avoid the adverse effects on environmental degradation.
Conservation of the environment is very, very key. I think it ranks on the second fighting corruption in the district. On behalf of government, I want to reiterate this private government partnership. The government is very concerned with the rate at which our environment is being degraded and welcomes any move that serves to conserve and protect our environment. As you are coming from Kampala, I'm sure you saw so many bags of charcoal. If you go to Terego, charcoal burning is very key because they are partly, you can't help it, you can't do without charcoal. So any attempts that come in to help us with measures how we can cook our food while at the same time conserving the environment are very, very welcome. I want to urge the people to conserve the environment. We've seen the effects of environment pollution in Valley, Assese, We've seen the lives lost, the property lost, and how the government gets overstretched. So it means any effort that comes to curtail this is so much welcome. On behalf of the leadership of Arua District, the CAO, the town clerk, LC5, the mayors, the RDCs, not just in Arua but in the region, I want to pledge our total commitment to these activities.
Reporting for West Nile Television, I am Okumaringa Christine, Nile Cast.
The heavy downpour that was experienced by the residents of Arua City did not spare the DN400 pumping main and 300 DN distribution main pipes belonging to National Water and Sewerage Corporation. The pipes were brought down after the pedestals that the pipes were resting on were washed away by speedy running Enyao River, leaving the pipes with no support, causing stampede at the water production points. The management of National Water and Sewerage Corporation Arua Station is calling upon the members of the public to be calm as they work hard to restore the water pipes.
Today what we are seeing are the effects of global warming, whereby we are receiving excess rainfall. So one of the bridges where the pipes cross, that is the river at Ediofe, that's the river Enyao. It has broken our pedestals. Pedestals, these are supports for the pipe, and causing the damages you are seeing here. At the moment, there will be no supply, but our people are doing their best. Our engineers are all on site to make sure we restore supply as fast as possible. We shall keep updating our customers on the progress of works. Okay. When we are doing these developments, whether road constructions, whether water pipes, cables for electricity, for network, name them. At the end of the day, they are all aimed at providing a better service or better services to the communities. These developments, when we are doing them, we work hand in hand with both the local authorities and the national authorities so that they are in harmony with all developments at all levels.
This is River Enyao. As you can really see, the speed at which the water is flowing, and this shows for you clearly how this water can really cause havoc. This is not the first time. On 23rd of August 2022, the water was able to fill up to those homes that you can really see, and it covered up to that particular place. It affected lives of the people and even the property, and some buildings got broken down because of the water. Not only that, this morning the residents of Arua City woke up to receive the news that the fast flowing water of River Enyao was able to bring down the pillars that were supporting the pipes of the water that supplies the Arua City with water. And as I talk right now, some parts of Arua City is not having water, and according to National Water and Sewerage Corporation Arua area office, they have assured the members of the public that water will be reinstated in a short while they keep working on the broken pipes, as you can really see. So the pillars that were supporting these pipes were broken down by the fast flowing water, as you can really see. So these pipes that are broken down were supported by the pillars. So National Water and Sewerage Corporation says they are going to get another alternative to see that these pipes are supported, and are going to use the iron bar. They say that right now it is going to be very hard for them to construct pillars, as we can really see. So this is what we are talking about at this particular time. So this line of the water goes up to Giligili, and Giligili has got a very big tanks that supply the city with enough water. So this is the situation on ground, and I believe National Water and Sewerage Corporation will be able to complete the fixing of these pipes, and we are waiting to see what will happen next.
Yeah, this has happened, but we are working around the clock to ensure that we restore supply in the shortest time possible. But for the meantime, we have an emergency reserve at Arua Hill that we are going to use to supply. Only that not all parts of Arua will be getting water, but Surely we are mobilizing materials to get a temporary solution so that we can restore supply as we look for a long-term solution, because these rains are not about to stop and we don't know what is going to happen next. But supply is going to be restored as soon as possible. We want to use iron bars as a better solution, because concrete, even if right now we decide to build another pedestal, it may be washed away. But we are trying to look for a better solution using iron bars. We want to use metal to avoid such an incident again, because you know, cement with the pedestals, anytime they can be washed away by the rain. National Water does not work in isolation. When this is a big, first of all, this is a big project. Before a project kicks off, the first people who are invited to discuss, it's the stakeholders, the local leaders are all invited before any project kicks off. Now, if you're talking about the physical planners, National Water puts pipes at the road reserves. And we don't just go and start putting pipes anywhere in the middle of the road, or we put pipes at the road reserves. And most of our pipes, like the distribution lines, these are pipes that have been put way back. They are not, it's not something that has just been done right now. And like this one that has just happened, you can see it is not even on, it's not in the middle of the road. It's passing along the bridge, you know, and it is still at the road reserve. It's not something that has happened because of maybe not working hand in hand with the physical planners or with the authorities, but this one is a natural disaster, which we cannot really avoid. We launched this project because we want to protect the river, right from uphill. You discover that there are a lot of activities going on at the banks of the river. Farming is going on, we have animals being grazed there, we have washing bays, we have a lot of activities going on. So when it's the dry season, we end up having little water because water is being diverted for doing other activities. So we want to protect the river banks so that no activity, human activities are avoided, and we are able to have enough water, especially during the dry season. During the rain season, there is enough water. But when it comes to dry season, we have zero water, just because water is being channeled by farmers, by people washing cars, with other activities taking place along the river banks. Yeah.
How are you going to succeed in this? Because this is not the first time that we have been seeing authority putting measures to deter people from, you know, misusing the buffer zones that we do have.
No, National Water has been doing this in phases. The first phase started in 2018, and that was finished. This is phase 2. Now in phase 2 is where we are really doing most of the work. Most of the work that we are doing is in phase 2. So basically, when we have control of the river banks, I'm very sure that we are going to avoid these many issues of people interfering with River anyhow. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. All right. So, still in Arua City Development Forum, together with Arua City Council, have been able to engage the members of the public about unfinished buildings, which they said are causing insecurity in the city. The members of the public are demanding for the city authority to task the owners of the buildings to complete their structures. If not, serious actions should be taken against them. Emmanuel Agele reports.
I request you to give a special of the roundabout. It's really a touching issue. This incomplete construction of the roundabout has brought a lot of insecurity. One, even some of these young thugs, they come and what? They hide in the side, After hiding there, when you come, they just jump on you, attack you, either they rob your phones, the little money you have. So this thing has brought a lot of insecurity here in my village of Arua Hill Cell. And this thing has been even, they have a system, the thieves have a system nowadays, where when you're walking, they can come with a motorcycle, which is a numberless. When you put your phone, either when you're calling somebody, they just come and attack you, they grab the phone, they run with it. Many, please let us, the president should please help us and involve these people, put at least a security light at the roundabout so that you can see somebody who is coming before you or that person behind you can see and see how you can defend yourself in one way or the other.
My problem there, it might say that roundabout there. You get thieves, items there, and they grab people's phone, especially when there's discourse. That's when people come a lot with complaints in my office. So that city, that roundabout near Telego House there, and that road going to California, there are a lot of thieves there. They come during the night. You know, that place is also dark a bit, but during the day, they are not there. But at night, they disturb people there. So they should be put that press screen and then security light. When somebody is hiding there, they can see them.
To me, that is going to be a point of destruction. Because as I enter our city, either from that side or here, I'll have an interest of knowing what is up there, and maybe who is also up there, while at the same time concentrating on the road. I see this as a very big accident point, something that will attract, something that will distract the motorists, sway their attentions away, and bring in accidents. A simple roundabout with a simple structure, I think, will be much more advisable. You have a glance at it once, and that is it. Security threat. Many times you'll find a piece of tree sticking out on the road. When you are driving at high speed, you want to negotiate the corner, there's a tree, especially when you are coming from Kampala Road and trying to make this turn. I don't know if it is intentional, I don't know if it's thieves who put that, but at night, there's always a problem around there. I wish the security people, the LCs, and the town clerk to take interest on that. Well, the one of Arue Hill, the Mabati which is around, I will suggest it needs to be removed. Because as I drive from Pakwachi Road and I want to come to Bara, I need to know what is ahead of me, not being met by a Mabati structure in front of me.
This one here, I don't know, UNRWA has not given me a clarity what they have given go ahead to be developed on their road. And I have even seen a person who started a road who specialized on highways at the master's level. I mean, to see what is here. You also said yes, but you have no control. You know, it is easier to talk when you are, what you say as a voice, you can have a control. But now when your hands are tied behind, even how many volume of letters you will write, even no one can, at times they can throw it in the dustbin as you adjust. You know, all these things were proved in the ministry there and implemented here. But for us, when we were about to say, hey, you people, don't do it on this road. For us, in the design, we have a service lane, you go there. Who are you? Who are you? You don't matter to what we are doing.
I can tell you openly that this roundabout has no permission granted by the council. There was no official permission. The town clerk is here, and the engineer is here. You will also tell me that maybe there was permission given secretly. As the new council of the city, we have not seen any single permission that you can put a structure here around about. The council has equally raised the same question that you have raised. So I want to say that I am not ending up the discussion, but I want to recommend that there should be a joint collective effort of follow-up done. UNRWA has a regional office here in Arua. we can equally jointly follow them and ask whether there was official permission granted. This is a public land. For you to put a structure, there must be public permission given. Who authorized the DI to put this structure here at the roundabout?
In this matter, we have different mandates. I want to pledge on behalf of the city. We'll do everything within our mandate, not outside. Within our mandate to see if modifications can be done, if changes can be done. Okay? That one, trust me, because I also chair the fiscal planning committee. Actually, if it were not because of this dialogue, I should be busy chairing the fiscal planning committee for this month. Trust me, what is within our mandate, we'll try to see how we can cause changes and modifications in the existing structures that are causing us trouble. But we're not going to wait for fiscal planning committee to sit to direct DI to remove the iron sheets. That instruction, engineer, please, after here, right, they should remove. Right, they should put street lighting here. That one doesn't need the fiscal planning committee to sit. Immediately today, we're going to direct them. And then we'll see who is that big-headed person who doesn't want to attend the dialogues and doesn't want to comply with the law.
To end this edition of the Weekly News Roundup, today is Sunday, 18th of September 2022. It is exactly 30 days to the rebirth of Christianity in Adumi Catholic Parish in Arua Diocese, from the humble hills of Olivia in 1922 to the fig tree in Adari in 1935, where the Comboni missionaries first set foot in present-day Ombashi Chapel, is the seat of Catholic faith in Adumi Parish. Maurice Orico in this report unveils the level of preparations for the celebration at the founding chapel in Ombashi.
Right now, where we are standing, we are at the seat of Adumi Catholic Parish, where the seeds of the Catholic faith was first planted in this parish, which is part and parcel of Arua Diocese. This is Ombachi Chapel, where the Catholic faith started in 1922. And of course, right now, preparations are in high gear as the congregation here prepares to celebrate this achievement of 100 years in the Catholic faith. And of course, in the background there is the building that of course has been done up to the whole, I would say, is complete, but where we are standing is the foundation of the Catholic parish, though the headquarters is not here for one reason or the other. The headquarters was shifted to Oje, where it is currently sitting, but in recognition of the first establishment, the congregation now and the Christians here have thought it wise to come back and give back to this community. And as a result, as they celebrate the 100 years of faith, they are looking at also doing fundraising to make sure that the building currently behind us will be able to at least be roofed, so that the Christians here are able to worship God and continue advancing the gospel.
Otuta mumudinire dondra Adumi Parish Center Dioja utita malia ba yodindra aiko gapi ba Christiane Adumi Adimasia Terrace yenimu omu the area Ombachi area ecclesia de erin paninge receives the kursi abi pass up ya mane ne amande tiedi ba le dibene omudama ega asoso amadeti umunde modu bani bare erimbudu modu ne azia mba mudri eli bar siri utitari malia Central Organizing Committee tualo jobe ega kine ba nomve umudimalia udase radi madri ogogo elftoi budget bani ba umunde otozore ere ogo million kadiri jonga debine ega kine udase letebane ezi abibane no de 3000 le be mupi umunde malia mafe silinga ogo million 3 ni du tita under Central Organizing Committee ni yere ane yore se giriti ba ene to sende de esuzu munde yazore eredin le alore Adomi Paris ninga tita fene Robiase Dika vini toli Adomi Mapala Toli alo Madria boli dibel silinga tur Mayon zade meeting and Romalia send a pay nuli toli di Madria de be fay deba Bavini topi atita happy send a de fezo de mazi amuti amadre kanisa Mapala de Catholic Axoni Joy choir, CCR, Seed Youth, Scouts, but group de divine and Gassan the Friend. And a jonga divine Driejo or P. Vanve, Waraga Dezo, Dragri Police, Dragri Paris Priest, but divine Waraga, Yawa or be there, Verale, Muzo, Asoso as the Fezo, Tita Fezo. Ecclesia deni mega kini umudi erenga machi muke dika ba ngapi mupi umudi maria de engare kala pengrisi engabine tita ba ni fere engabine atita fi abas anira irdibane echekini adaro aita mabwe Ecclesia Catholica na adomiare ibi paso ola ni bi Adrieli.
Here we have that privilege to organize 100 years of faith in our parish here, and this is going to be a very special year for us, a very special occasion for us. And this particular celebration will take place on 16th of October. So we are expecting a very big number of people who will come to partake with us in this celebration. Adomi is actually a very privileged parish. Adomi has already produced many other parishes, especially New Parish have been produced by Adomi Parish. And so this is going to be a day that will be graced by His Lordship, the Bishop of Arua Diocese, that's Sabino Chan Odoki, and he's going to preside over the celebration. And that day we are going to have also a celebration of matrimony. We will have our people of journey of faith who will also come to the table that particular day, and also we shall be able to have the sacrament of confirmation. All this will be presided over by the Bishop of the Diocese. And so we expect a very big number that will come. And again, that particular day, you know, when God blesses you, when God gives you that chance to witness a centenary celebration, you also have to come to thank God for that. And that's why we are also having a fundraising on that particular day. Our target, as the COC might have told you, is 100 million. Because as you can observe, this is where the faith started. And if you can see our chapel here, it is actually something that is challenging. Where faith started, we expected at least to put a better chapel. And the state in which our chapel is demanding. And that's why we are going to invite many other people to come to join us in the celebration of the faith, but also to put their faith into action. And since our target is 100 million, and we expect that this, by the grace of God, we will be able to raise this. Adomi is a blessed parish, but this is going to be a big celebration. I welcome everybody for this.
Adomi Catholic Parish, which has over 14,000 Christians and parishioners currently, has given birth to 2 more parishes of Nio and Mingoro since 1922 and will mark 100 years of Catholic faith on the 16th of October this year.
With that, dear viewer, we have come to the end of the Nilecast Weekly News Roundup today, Sunday. My name is Dennis Oringi. Continue watching other programs that will be coming your way. Don't forget to catch me again tomorrow at exactly 7 a.m. in the morning for the Coco program that comes your way every Monday to Friday. And don't forget to always follow our news hour every day from 7 p.m. The Nilecast, as you can see on this bigger screen. Have the best of your evening. Good night.